pipes, giving arms, legs, personal belongings inside the tram. And yeah, so this is what a soundstage looks like when they're filming it. It's so cool. This is also the only 2-level soundstage in existence. So right above us, there's another fully decorated set, and it is so cool up there. They have a big truck up there, and it's set up to look like a street in San Francisco. Down here is set up to look like a subway in San Francisco. And just look at all the attention to details to really make this come to life and feel like we are in, It's okay, we get little tremors in California from time to time. Just remain seated, because this is the big one. Hold on. Let's take a look at that earthquake effect on the TV show Boom.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water main just broke!
All right, now my friends in car 2 who pulled the emergency cord earlier, just raise your hand and someone's going to come help you out right now. Now, I don't know about you, but after all that earthquake stress, I think I could use a nice, relaxing beach trip. So let's take a trip to the cute little town of Amity Island. All right, I know you're thinking, Danielle, I didn't want to go there. That's the town that was terrorized in Jaws. But don't worry, as you saw in that clip, we caught that pesky shark earlier today. Now, did you know Steven Spielberg was not the first choice of director to direct the movie Jaws? But the first choice of director did not know the difference between a whale and a shark. He didn't think that was a big deal. So he was out and Spielberg was in. Now, Spielberg also filmed another very iconic Universal film, E.T. Now, E.T. actually filmed in chronological order, which is very uncommon for films. A lot of times movies don't film in chronological order because for lots of different reasons. They want to use all the actors at one point or the locations at one point. But E.T. did film in chronological order because he wanted to be a real surprise at the end when E.T. went home for the kids. Now, let's take that trip to Amity Island. As you can see from that clip, again, we've caught that pesky shark. He's hanging up right there on your right-hand side. Also, my friend George, as you saw in that clip, is a Universal police diver, and he's in the water right now doing one final sweep. So let's see if we can see George. Oh no, okay, there's another shark in the water, but my friend George is in the water. So on the count of 3, let's yell for George. Ready? 1, 2, 3. George! Oh no, we did not yell loud enough. There he is. a lot of guts swimming up there, and there's those guts right now. Well, George told me we like to use some shark bait in that yellow barrel out there, so let's go ahead and hopefully the shark will take the bait. And remember, remain seated. Well then, how come you were all screaming back there? I saw you all screaming back there. Now if you look to your right hand side, you'll see the only shark in the world that can do the backstroke. Now remember when we passed down stage 21 at the beginning of the tour, I told you we tested the shark there and it worked great? Well, that's because we tested that shark in freshwater, but when we brought it out to the Atlantic Ocean for filming, well, that is filled with salt water. So the shark immediately sunk to the bottom of the ocean and gave the casting crew so many issues, they nicknamed the movie Flaws.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited a minute. We just waited. The shark was well enough for a while there, and it was the whole time. So I really overshot a lot.
Now Spielberg named that shark after another shark in his life, his lawyer, Bruce. And Spielberg was not the first choice of director to direct the movie Jaws, but like I said, the first choice of director did not know the difference between a whale and a shark. Now if you get one last look at Amity Island, you will see that it was used in a different coastal town in this Angela Lansbury TV show. She wrote. Now on your right hand side we have our chicken ranch, and you'll see the neighbor to that chicken ranch is just a facade, meaning we only build the front part of the house that the camera will see. Now sometimes we don't need to build a whole house for it to look like one house has a neighbor, just the part the camera will see. But sometimes we do need a whole neighborhood, and we don't want to shut down an actual working neighborhood with families, so we just film here in our own little fake neighborhood. So welcome to our Colonial Street, but you may call it a couple different names like Mockingbird Lane. That's because this lavender house here on your left-hand side is 1313 Mockingbird Lane, and that's where the Munsters live for their TV show. You might also call this Wisteria Lane. That's because this is where the Desperate Housewives live for their tremendously successful 8-season run on ABC. This is also where Mindy Kaling films her hit Netflix show, Never Have I Ever. Now, somebody once told me that Smash Mouth's All-Star music video filmed right here on our Colonial Street. Also, Nelly filmed his song for the music video, The Dilemma, featuring Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child. So this was Nellyville for that music video. Also, Casper the Friendly Ghost, starring Christina Ricci, filmed here, and The Burbs, starring Tom Hanks, filmed right here on our Colonial Street. Now, on your right-hand side, you're going to see a red tree house. And then you're going to see a tree inside the house that tree house is in the yard of. That tree is a protected tree in the state of California, so they had to build a whole house around that tree. So there's nothing in that house but a tree. Now on your left-hand side, we have a greenhouse, and that greenhouse can be seen in Why Him, starring Bryan Cranston. And when they filmed that scene, they had like a big helicopter land here. It was really cool. That greenhouse is also where the Cleavers lived in the Leave It to Beaver movie. They filmed their TV show on our front lot, but that's where they lived in the movie. Now this very last house here on your left-hand side is the Delta House from National Lampoon's Animal House. And then again on our right-hand side we have our chicken ranch. So let's take a look at our screens and see where we can see our chicken ranch in movies and TV shows.
Jail is what I do.
Now, if you look around it might look like we're in the middle of nowhere right now, but that's the point. Sometimes a production needs to film in the middle of nowhere. So yes, right here we do film movies and TV shows. Movies like Bird Box, starring Sandra Bullock, is filmed here. Also, episodes of 911 and CSI have all filmed right here in the middle of nowhere. Now, the nickname for this road is Wilderness Road. That's because, it looks like we're in the middle of nowhere. And again, we have so much more control in our middle of nowhere than the actual middle of nowhere. That's why we filmed here. But the proper name for this road is Steven Spielberg Drive. It is the longest road in our backlot, and we love working with Spielberg here at Universal. I mentioned we love working with lots of great directors. Well, we love working with Spielberg here on the backlot. That's why we named our longest road after him. Another great director that I mentioned earlier that we love working with is Alfred Hitchcock. He used to have his office right here on the backlot. Did you know he also used to make cameos or little appearances in all of his movies? In every single Alfred Hitchcock movie, you can see him make a quick little appearance. He makes them at the beginning of the films. That way you don't spend the whole movie looking for him and not paying attention. They're right at the beginning so you can see him, make his quick little cameo and leave. So let's take a look at our screen to see some Hitchcock cameos.
Good evening. My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You've seen the blood.
All right, now I want you to get those cameras ready again because we are going to see two of the most historic sets still standing in Hollywood today. But before we do that, I want you to look at these picture cars and think, which would be a good getaway car? Because I think we're going to need a good getaway car where we're going, because as we turn this next corner, like I said, we'll be seeing two of the most historic sets still standing in Hollywood today. From Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, the Bates Motel, and the Psycho House. Now, I have heard rumors that there is vacancy at the motel, so, many of you are here on vacation and not loving where you're staying, or if you're looking for a little staycation if you live in LA, well, this could be the place for you.
They're probably watching me. Well, let them. Let them see what kind of a person I am. I hope they are watching. They'll see. They'll see and they'll know. And they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Now, as we pass the house, be sure to look out for Mother in the window. And as we leave behind two of the most historic sets in Hollywood still standing, we are now entering one of the most awe-inspiring. This is a real Boeing 747 that the production team at Paramount got and destroyed just for this film, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Stephen had.
And for, again, to sit down to talk about War of the World, that thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, now listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now I'm closed.
Mommy.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now, right behind this plane crash, we're going to see a log cabin, and that's the log cabin that was used in John Candy's hit comedy, The Great Outdoors. Now, I do want to let you all know that we are approximately 10 minutes away from the end of the tour, and we will be returning to the theme park shortly. So remember to pull the emergency cord if you need assistance and to remain seated at all times. Now, on your right-hand side, you'll see a big blue wall, and in front of that big blue wall is a big gray pit, and in that big gray pit, you can fit 3.5 million gallons of water. See what that looks like in action? Take a look at your screens.
Evacuate.
Now that water, that airplane, that helicopter, those boats, and those actors were all right there in front of that big blue wall. And then using computer-generated imagery or CGI, we just added in the scenes of the Hudson River surrounding the water. Now, before the tour started, I was told someone on this tram is in the witness protection program. Don't worry, I have no idea who you are. Your identity is safe. But just out of an abundance of caution, we are taking a quick detour on the way to the park. So remember to remain seated at all times, keeping arms, legs, personal belongings inside the tram. Again, please no flash photography. Now, please do not put those 3D glasses on until I say so, because I think we're going to get invited to a party. It sounds like there's a party next door, and then we're going to get invited. And we do not want to wear 3D glasses to a party. That would be embarrassing. So keep it close by, but don't put them on yet.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to those parties. We're going to those 3D glasses close by, but don't put them on just yet.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Them?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Pop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. It was on vibrate. Sure traced us. I just can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Let's put those 3D glasses on now.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them! Okay, guys, it's showtime! Don't think you're getting away! Find them drones!
Way to go, Lenny. Drones on another missile shot! Not gonna happen! Don't worry, I got this!
Roman, don't shoot! Head for the bridge! Under construction! Everybody hold on! Hit the nitrous! Ride or die!
Let's get up to fast and furious. Supercharged.
Hell of a job, everybody. You protected the witness and you can resume breathing.
You know, it's crazy out there. You guys ride hard. Respect.
You know, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
Well, we've made it to my least favorite part of the tour, the end of the tour. But before we part ways, let's give a huge round of applause to our amazing driver, Joseph. Also, before we part ways, I want to give you a few insider tidbits. Make sure you see Waterworld, a live SeaWorld spectacular today, and to get the up-to-minute show times, ride wait times, and to confirm that the park closes at 7 p.m. tonight, download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. Again, my name is Danielle. If you have any questions at all, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I'll be standing next to the tram by the digital directory after the tour. Thank you so much for spending your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA, and thanks for taking the studio tour today. And if you would like to purchase any of the NBC Universal movies or TV shows that we talked about on the tour today, you can do so at www.uphe.com or at one of our retail stores today.